So where do you find your fulfillment? Where is it, what things that bring you joy? What things do you find that fulfill you? There's going to be so much more about that in life, looking for what fulfills us. And yeah, and mending broken pathways, like our distance between one another, different cultures, different races and stuff, rebuilding those pathways of trust and love and respect between the people because of the corrupt sense of division that was created amongst the collective, and having to heal those wounds. So we're going to be going through a lot of that, and it will build up through joy and stuff. Like I see it building up through coming together and rebuilding and socializing. When we all start socializing together and start being friends, then they can't get us to focus on this ideal of division, where people go out looking for what you've been told and stuff. Like, and I know there was a lot of people that experienced a lot of racism, but everybody's been experiencing it. Even nowadays, like, it's okay to hate white people. So white people are getting to experience what it is to be hated just over the color of your skin. So, everybody gets these perspectives. This is the renewal of our understandings and our perspectives and our it's like this availability of an attachment, what you attach to. And that is one thing too, is like the so many things where people are attached to things that aren't good for them. And then that is one thing too in the conversations with my mom, because she's always like very much like, you just have to, that's what you have to do, you have to. It's like, but nothing changes if we don't say no. When we don't say no, we're not doing that, we're not doing that. But then your credit score goes down, and then this and then this. It's like, yeah, but that is all going away. All that stuff's going away, and that's going to be where people are going to be like, oh my God, all of the energy, all of the time, everything I put into my credit score, everything I put into this and that, because it was all artificial. It's all things that you have to feel in your heart. Like, no, that isn't, no. And when you're not feeling it yet, it's like, I don't know what's coming to get you to feel it. It's something. Everything builds and builds and builds. It gets worse and worse and worse. And everything is, this flipping. And everything you hold on to, if you're holding on to it and it's flipping over, it's going to be ripping out of your fingers. It's going to hurt. And so, yeah, just focusing on trying to be a good citizen and trying to have a good credit score and have a great job and have your retirement and all of this stuff to, this ideal of this creation that they're selling people, and it's all going to fall apart. And then people are going to have that whole part of like, oh my God, I tried so hard. I worked so hard. I did this. I did that. I went through that after losing my license and stuff. I was like, oh my God, all that time I went to school, all that time I went to a job I hated. And what did it get me? Freedom. But you don't recognize it for a while. More power to you if you recognize it quick, because yeah, it took me years to recognize it. I was way more of a, oh, poor me for a long time. I was very focused on, like, life just keeps fucking kicking me down, man. It's just like, oh, damn, everything I do, it just is like never works. And then, getting my brain injury and losing my license, and to not even being able to work and stuff, that was hard too. I felt like such a reject. Being labeled disabled was like such a kick in the teeth. Like, we got to stop, you know, making labels and stuff. We got to stop with this labeling and everything. Like, yeah, when we're speaking with telepathy, we're not going to be using that kind of language. There's a lot of stuff that we use in our verbal language that we're not going to be using in the future in communications. And so, but we all got to start coming together. That's when it will start happening. We'll all start coming together. We'll start healing. We'll start becoming friends with people you didn't think you would be friends with, and people will start coming together. And then probably where it will really start is people will start picking up on that they can hear each other without talking. And people will start picking up on, what did you say? Did you just say something to me? I heard you say blah, blah, blah. And the person will be like, well, I was thinking that. I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking it. And then people will start recognizing, like, oh, we can communicate. If we direct our thoughts towards a person, they can hear them. And so, which I was so excited because now my neighbor said she's got my blanket and she's washed it and she's got it ready. She's going to put a box of stuff that she's going to send me, and she'll find out how much it is to send. So I'm super excited. But I did think of another thing that I had forgotten too, because when my dad died and I was like the last person there, and it's not like he had a bunch of stuff, you know, but I was the last person to get to see this, you know, to get stuff. And but my stepmom did save something particular for me. So I got my grandma's bowl. So I've got my grandma's bread bowl, which I made bread in it all the time. It's fucking huge. I don't even know what it's made from. This bowl's like 100 years old. And I don't know if it's from her family, you know, I don't know how long it's been, but anyways, I got it. I was really excited about that. And I got his cowboy boots, which I put a bunch of flowers in and had them sitting out as a planter outside. So I got his cowboy boots. And then he had a collection of like swords and stuff. And so I got those. And this one, oh, this one's right here. I'll show you. Because this one was in my, I've got some boxes in here that didn't fit in the storage of stuff. Well, I don't know. I could have packed it better. But I thought I was going to have a lot more room. But anyways, hold on. Let me show you. This thing right here, see this number? This is my grandpa's bayonet from World War I or II or something. So look at this vicious motherfucking thing. And then the other, I guess the GUN went through here or something. And yeah, but this is a bayonet, like how they used to have those GUNs, and then they had a sword at the end. Yeah, like fuck. Yeah, it's no shit, man. So that I have, that's my grandpa's from when he was in the war, and he has this other one too. Is really cool. That I have. It's in a box, and it's like a samurai one. I don't know where he got that one. It's really cool too, and it seemed like that there was a couple of other ones. I can't remember what, but there was a couple of other ones, and I'm not sure. I probably have them in a box, but I may have lost those ones. But the one that came into my mind was he had one that was like a King Arthur kind of sword, and it is big and silver, and I think I had it out with the Christmas stuff because I didn't have anywhere to really put it. I mean, I could have hung it on the wall, but I don't know. I forgot about it. And so then that came into my mind too. It's like, oh, dang, that's sort of my dad's. And I left a couple of other little trinket things, but anyways, those were the things that were his that I got. And I think I got a broken watch and stuff, you know. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. I got a shirt. I have one of his shirts, and I wear it. It's like I wore a paint shirt because he was a really big guy. But anyways, that's like you get these last few things of your dad's or whatever. Oh, one of the cool things I got though was these two horses running, and I remembered when we got that because it was one of the only trips that I remember us all going. It was a road trip that we did. We went up to Yellowstone, which is scary as fuck. And in Wyoming, we went to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which I thought was the coolest place. And then went to California, and then he left us there, and he went back to his girlfriend, I think, is what the story ended up being. But anyways, we were on this road trip with him for a while, and this big RV he bought. And in Jackson Hole, I think it was, he bought this expensive statue that somebody had made of these horses. And so it's older now. It's kind of got some broken parts and stuff. But anyways, I got that. And so that has like a childhood memory or something of like, I don't know. It was like a lot of good memories from that trip to me of going, I don't know. It was just a lot of funny things. Like, because with all my brothers and sisters too, and we're in this RV. It was like a lot of stuff that was fun. So, but Yellowstone scared the fuck out of me. That's for sure. That God, I couldn't believe it. I can't believe people go there for. It's so scary. Every fucking tour you go on, that's all they're telling you is about, like, oh, if you fall in there, you're gonna die. We had a whole family fall in there last week and they all died. A whole family over there died. Like, it's just constant through the whole thing. I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. It's like these tar pits or something, and they're so hot and you fall in and you just die. It's like you're walking over these rickety little bridges to look at them. It's like, this is hellacious. What are we doing? Like, let's go watch and see if the geyser goes. It's like, oh my God, this is insane. So, anyways, but you get these few little remnants, and so I would like to go and get that sword. Where I was even, but I don't know. I mean, things are gonna freaking go down. Like, I swear to God, I don't think there's gonna be like I don't know, like even it's spring of being able to drive back over there. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we could be really close because things are picking up speed fast, man. Things are going in faster and faster, and vibrations going faster and faster. Everything is picking up on intensity. People are waking up faster and faster. So to me, we're at this part, like it's about to spin and go the other way, but it is going to be, more disasters. There's going to be a lot more stuff, and it is just, you got to just keep on remembering, it's the reset. It's not like God's out to get us, the earth's out to get us, or anything like that. It's a reset. It's like our history is going into the remnants files. It's going into the filing system of the earth. It's going into her core. It's going into her scars. And then we're getting new lands, and we are learning that to not be abusive, to be in harmony, to work with the planet, and to love the planet, and to take care of it, and then it gives back to us. And so it's this harmonious time that we are creating, but what we have has to go under. So it's going to go underwater. Like I keep saying, it's like our history is going, the land masses that we are all highly populated on are going to be going away. They're going to, I still see it as there can be some remnants, just like what they've shown in the movies before. Like, oh, there's a part of New York City that's still there that people go and it's scary and it's all grown over and stuff. And a broken Statue of Liberty and stuff. There can be some stuff like that. I don't know. It kind of seems like New York is going to be underwater. Like there's way too many prophetic dreams for way too long about New York going underwater. And so, and one tsunami can come in, and once these reverberations start going, all the coastal places and stuff. And we've got earthquakes, don't forget, that are going in weird places, Idaho, and all down there where I think that the Mississippi is going to widen. It's going to probably be that. So once those things start taking off, and once the volcanoes start going, then to me that's when we're in serious business. That's when shit is going down, and is when it's every man for himself basically. It's like you gotta be figuring how do I survive this? How do I get through this? And you can't be all scared of it. You have to think, how do you get around it? Where do you go? And that's why it's good to kind of have an idea in the maps and stuff, because people are going to be cut off from their phones and stuff. Just ask the people in North Carolina. And so, and a lot of people aren't thinking about getting Starlink because they're always thinking what's someone else's problems. They don't think about them. And this is, this is where we all come together. You start noticing, this problem's going, this problem's going. I better get prepared because all these problems are going to go worldwide. We're all going to go through these crazy experiences. And so so once I would say the big thing will be volcano, because we've already had the earthquakes going, and that's just getting it rumbling. That's just like the appetizers. Once the volcanoes go, that's going to be like the main course, and that is going to be like a very established, like it's not going to be just a one entree main course. No, it's going to be big. It's going to be like a fucking buffet. So there's going to be a lot of shit that's going to start going. Lots of volcanoes. And don't forget, they've already been going in some of these other places. The reverberations are already happening underneath us. And that is why we're having all these weird earthquakes in different places. Everything is moving underneath us. But there will be a giveaway. Just like there's going to be a giveaway to the energy of us, there's going to be a giveaway to their energy too. And all this percolating is going to cause eruption. And so the eruptions are going to, really start setting things off. And that is going to be where people are going to have to know. And like where my daughter is, like they're going to have that one behind them and then one in front of them. And if Mount St. Helens starts going too, like I don't even know how many are going to start going. I can't even believe how many there are in Washington State. Like I never even really realized how many there were until like the last few years. It's like, fuck, man, there's a lot of fucking volcanoes here. And so, they always talk about like Hawaii and stuff. Like, fuck, man, there's a lot here. I don't even know how many are in Oregon or how many are in California. I don't even know how many of them are hidden from us that they're not telling us. Like, do they know all these volcanoes are here? Have they always known like volcanoes were going to be an issue? Probably. That confirmation, man. So on the, but see, that would be the problem too, even where I'm at now in Spokane, because if Yellowstone starts going, then, you got Mount Adams on this part, so you've got them on both sides. And I don't even know if Mount Adams is lava or gas. I'm pretty sure Mount Rainier is lava, and that has got magma chambers that have been filling up. And the girl who was talking to God, she said that Mount Adams had magma moving. So I don't know. But they either have the magma or the gas. And the gas seems worse because, you can kind of get away from the lava, I think. I don't think there's a lot of people living like on the volcano mountains, but there could be. Totally. There's Mount St. Helens that was going when in that movie that I watched. There was a lot of rural people living up there, so they would be, I don't know. There's going to be people that are going to get trapped. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be violent, for sure. It's going to be scary, but you just got to get into your character, get yourself into the role of your character in the movie. Are you, are you Kevin Hart, the goofball, or are you going to be The Rock and you're going to, save everybody? So just find your character and focus on that. A character who's going to survive it. He's going to outsmart it. To me, it's start thinking ahead of it, to like know your evacuation routes and stuff. So that's why I told my daughter, you need to know your evacuation routes without having any navigation, without any phone. And it could be in the dark if there's big plumes of clouds and gases going and fucking magma flying and lava flying or whatever the fuck. It's like, oh my God, it's gonna get crazy. So but once that goes, so that it seems like, a lot of over on the coast where it's so heavily populated is going to go underwater. So a lot of the coastlines are going to be going underwater. And then there's going to be new places being created through these disasters. And so then, the thing will be always the clearer places. And when you go out and you're driving on the state highways, you see like There's tons and tons. There's tons of farms. There's tons of um, places out there. Like, it's so crazy when I got one thing that I tried to tell people all the time, especially after driving and driving and driving all over the place, was when people would say, oh, well, we're overpopulated and all of that, and there's not enough resources and stuff. I'd say, bullshit. Go out and drive on some state highways. There is so much open land. They've just put everybody in the same motherfucking place and get everybody to fight for resources. We got plenty of open space. There's so much space out there for us. And we just got to, tip our toes out there. And that's where you're like, oh, well, there's no nightclubs, there's no restaurants, there's all these things that we've become dependent on. Like, we need to be entertained all the time. And we need all of these things. And once you start going out, and don't forget, even when, now they've got this big elaborate thing to put in a well. But back a long time ago, they just dig a long hole, get out there and dig a hole, and then they put the little wall around it, Like, they were always creating wells and stuff to find water before they started having these big trucks drilling down and having to spend all that money for all of that. So you can get out there, even on Naked and Afraid, they'll dig down and find water, and it's not too deep, and where you can start having water come out. And then you just got to filter it and clean it. And so there's, and then when people are in groups and stuff, there will be people who will know different things. When we start working together as a hive mind, kind of, when we all use our own, like, oh, she's good at that, she's good at that, he's good at this, he's good at that, she sees this, when we all come together, it makes us so much bigger, so much more complete. When we use each other's different resources or different abilities as a whole, as a group. And so the groups that learn how to come together will be really, really successful. And then the ones that are, spend all their time fighting and arguing, it's because they've got things to work through still. So different things will play out in different, there's gonna be a lot of different things. Always, there's tons of stuff playing out. It's not just one thing. It's not just one goal, one set thing. It's everything, because that's how the universe works. And once every page filled, and it's got a big book, and so all the pages have to be filled with all the stories. So, anyways, but knowing your roots out and being more prepared, and then not being in a panic, and just start going. And then in some of these cases, see, people are not going to know if they're going towards the crisis or away from a crisis. And some are going to be in the middle, just like some of those people, if they've got volcanoes going on either side, and there's no power, there's no one telling you what to do or where to go, it's dark, it's smoky, people are panicking, people are trying to drive, they don't know where they're going, there's gas problems, there's going to be probably electronic problems with cars, there'll probably be cars that will just turn off and won't be able to start, and all sorts of stuff. There'll be all sorts of things. And whatever it is that you go through is what you're meant to go through. You're meant to you're meant to champion it. You're meant to do the best you can, not to just, lose your mind and fall over and start crying. But if you feel like you need to do that, like, do it. Just don't stay there, because then, you'll get eaten up by the lava. You gotta get up and start, making a run for it. So but these are all the challenges that are coming, all the pages being filled in this story. And so all these different things are going to be happening, and you can't stop. Even if I'm telling my daughter, you have your root, it's not going to compute into her if she's not supposed to have her root. If she's supposed to go through the experience of, like, not having a root and having to figure it out, that's what her experience is for. So it's not like you can change someone's experience. So don't feel like, you've got to run around, you got to tell everybody, you got to do this, you got to do that, because you really can't change anybody's experience. Everybody's here to have the experience they're here to have, and there's nothing you can do about it. And there's a lot of crazy experiences that are going to be going on through this. I mean, it's scary, and then plus, you just don't know when's it coming. Yesterday, the sky was so fucking weird over here. I was like, oh my God, I swear to God, it looks like the sky's just going to open up. And I swear to God, in some places it looks like it has. Some places looks like portals are opening. Like there's so much more up in the sky that's going on. I think that they put an artificial sky so that we don't see past it. And it's like the Truman Show. I swear to God. There's so much of our life is like the Truman Show. And there's so many people. Like I saw another video, and I don't know if these are true or not. Like this one was Ethiopia, and the guy was like showing all these huts and stuff. And he's like, I thought this is what Ethiopia was, but look at this. And then this video of this fucking, some of these cities are so, seem to be so technologically sophisticated and so much more fancy than anything here, where people are like, I think we're in the third world country. Like all this whole time when they kept telling America is the greatest and all that stuff, we were the third world country, but that was the whole sell on the corporation. But I'm telling you, all this America and these flags and all this stuff is going away. I mean, if we're ever under a flag in the future, it's going to be the flag of humanity. It's going to be the flag to remind us to treat each other with kindness and love and respect. Not this, you know, well, I'm an American, well, I'm a Scot, well, I'm a Irish, well, I'm a German, well, I'm a this, I'm that. No, you will be, you know, known or whatever for your culture or whatever, but it's not going to be, you know, we're not going to divide out like that. Like the division and stuff is going to be stopping. Like all of these different things are going to be going away. We're going to come together as humans, as earthlings. When I said that to my mom, she was like, oh, just stop, just stop. It's like, okay, you can be here for the rapture, but I'm here for the heaven on earth. I know what I'm here for. I'm here for what's to come. I'm here for this changeover. That's why I can see it and I can understand it and why I talk about it so much. And so that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for the rapture. I'm not here to leave. I'm here to rebuild. I'm here for the new earth. I'm here for where we're headed. And so, you know, and I'm not the only one. And I say it's way more than 15%. I can't wrap my head around that number. And I say it's way more than that. I say it's going to be a lot more people. And it's going to especially be a lot more when it gets started at first. Then it's going to just be really hard on some people because it's, you know, a lot of people are not ready to face themselves. They're not ready to see the error of their ways. They're not ready to see their own ignorance and stuff. People are just very ego equipped, you know, they just are really built up on their ego and they don't want to see the bad sides of themselves. So anyways, the more willing you are to just, you know, see the bad sides of yourself, laugh it off. It's like we all have good and bad. We all have different things, you know. It's not like you're worse than anybody else. But, you know, we do have a lot of people here who are playing out a lot of devilish parts, a lot of evil going on. And we do have a lot of dark energy that's holding on for dear life, man. It's like crazy. But all of that is going to split apart. And the more that the people recognize the dark energy attached to them, the more, see, you split it off, and we make moves to pull free. So there's a lot going on. And I may come back and do another one. We'll see, because I'm still, like, I still feel like that there was more things I was going to talk about. Maybe I'm just keep saying the same thing over and over. I don't know, but let's look at my tooth. Because I swear to God, it's like, it's so crazy too, is how much, like, when it very first started going, and I was like kind of panicking, like, how is this going to heal? Like, fuck. And it showed me in my head exactly what it was going to do. It's doing that. So am I creating that? Or like those things are, you know, is it the chicken or the egg came first? Is it so trippy? So anyways, like, I got, man, like, that is fucking cool, man. God, I'm excited about that. So anyways, I'm gonna get to downloading these pretty quick. When I went to the bathroom earlier, I heard, you know, her TV's going, but I asked her, like, when you get up, you're not gonna be watching TV, right? You're gonna just be getting ready to go. And so I'm gonna start them right pretty soon. I don't want to start downloading, you know, and fuck her whole morning up. So I'll give it a few and then I'll start downloading, and then I'm gonna get as far as I can. So hopefully I get them all on here before she gets them. We'll see. But if you get two apart and it's not all there, you know, I'll keep trying to get them all on. But I don't know why sometimes it starts turning her TV and stuff off. So, anyways, I'll do the best I can. Just remember what we're doing here, because I think it's important is to remember what you're doing is trying to learn how to love yourself and how to love everyone, and then how to have a loving day, because it's totally up to you. So that's what I think is the basic things that we need to be thinking about and working on. So anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.